Hey, what is going on, guys? The gameplay that you're going to be watching in this video today is a 34 kill solo squads game. At the moment, this is the most kills that I've ever gotten in a single game of Fortnite. And that's actually pretty funny because before about a few days ago, my personal record for most kills in a game was 32. Then, on the same day within the span of about an hour, I got a 32 kill game to tie my personal record, got a 34 kill game to break my personal record, and then got another 34 kill game. Seriously, the 1 hour thing isn't even an exaggeration. It was all done on livestream, so there's proof out there if you don't believe me. And easily the biggest reason for that onslaught of 30 plus kill games were the gameplay changes contained in update 7.40. Shield per kill, 150 mats per kill, the new mat cap, and the faster farming rate has made it so much easier for good players to get these super high kill games. So now that those changes have been in the game for almost exactly a week now, and I've had a ton of time to play public matches with them, one of the things I want to talk about in this video is how all of those changes have impacted the game as a whole, and how you guys can take advantage of them to the best of your ability. But before we get into that, in case you guys missed the announcement, on Tuesday I officially joined Ghost Gaming. I'm gonna be honest, I never really thought I'd end up joining any kind of Fortnite organization or team. I never really went out of my way to try to join or get recruited by one, but my thought process was basically, if an org really wants me and it makes a lot of sense, then I'll definitely consider it. And that's pretty much exactly what ended up happening with Ghost. Even before they ever contacted me, I personally regarded them as one of the best and most well-respected teams for competitive Fortnite. I mean, look no further than the Secret Skirmish event which took place a few days ago. For the duos part of the tournament, the top 4 teams all had a player from Ghost Gaming on them, and then for the solos part of the tournament, Ghost Bizzle came in first place and Ghost Saf came in second place. So their consistent success at the highest level of play is obviously awesome, but what really made Ghost a no-brainer for me was their commitment to controller Fortnite players specifically. Most of the top competitive organizations really only sign keyboard and mouse players because they believe that they're most likely to be successful in the competitive events. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but Ghost, on the other hand, is now representing a huge percentage of the most popular and best controller Fortnite players. Let me just see how many I can name off the top of my head. Aydan, Issa, Kamo, Innocence, Assault X, Shah, Ryan, Luis. I believe that's all of them, but if I miss someone, I do apologize. Those are names that I'm guessing the majority of you guys recognize because probably 95+% of my viewers are controller Fortnite players. So it just made a ton of sense for me to sign with the best organization for that demographic. And I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you guys so much for all the support. If you've only watched one video or you've watched all of them, none of what I do would be possible without you. Alright, so now that we've covered that, let's get right into talking about the current state of Fortnite and the impacts that all the new changes are having on the game. So after a week of playing, I strongly believe that shield per kill in public matches is one of the best additions to the game in Fortnite history. In my opinion, Fortnite and really all Battle Royale games suffer from two nearly impossible to solve problems. The first one is RNG, which I'm sure all you guys are familiar with, and the second one is the fact that in Battle Royale games, the best way to win is to avoid as many fights as possible. If someone put a gun to my head and said, win this solo game of Fortnite or I'm pulling the trigger, I'm landing in the middle of nowhere, looting whatever I can, farming max materials, and then hiding until it's literally only me and one enemy left. Almost every single fight you take in Fortnite actually decreases your chance of winning the game because the risk of dying simply outweighs whatever reward you can get if you win the fight. Shield per kill obviously hasn't totally fixed this problem, but it's probably the best solution that I've ever seen from any Battle Royale game. I can't tell you how many times before this update I would leave tilted with 6, 7, sometimes even double-digit kills, and then I'd look down at my health bar as I'm leaving and see no shield and only 75 total green health. It honestly made public matches feel really boring and frustrating, especially after the first month or so of a new season. and it just felt like a lot of the times I was dying, I would mainly blame it on my lack of shield. Sure, in some cases, that's just an excuse to cover up something else that I did wrong, but not always. Plus, if it wasn't the lack of shields that got you, there would always be those super fun games where you'd kill 5 or 6 people and somehow end up with 130 wood, 36 brick, and 22 metal. But those problems have been almost entirely fixed because of shields and materials per kill. As long as you're killing enemies on a somewhat frequent basis, you're likely going to be at very close to max health and very close to max materials most of the time you're playing. Not getting shield from chests is now a problem that's actually relatively easy to overcome. And because every kill now comes with a significant guaranteed reward, there are a ton of situations where taking fights is actually an advantageous thing to do. Definitely not all the time, but like I said, I think this is pretty much as good of a solution as possible. The one change I was a bit skeptical about was the new 1500 materials cap. But I think because of the faster farming rate and the recent buffs to building that I discussed in a previous video, 1500 actually works really well. Since farming and acquiring mats is so much easier now, even if you're in, say, a 1v4 situation, you don't need to kill all 4 players with those 1500 materials. You really just need to down one, finish him, and then pick up his materials. I've heard some people suggest maybe raising it to 1800 or 2000, and I wouldn't necessarily be against it, but I think 1500 is honestly a perfect number. So you guys hopefully know by now that when I discuss changes to Fortnite, I try to keep an open mind and be really fair and unbiased. If a change is good, I'll say it's good, but if it's bad, then I won't hold back on saying it. The shields and mats per kill, faster farming rate, and new material cap is literally an A+ 100 out of 100 change. The good players finally feel properly rewarded for actually being good at the game, and based on my experience in playing with some of my friends, even the average and below average players like it too because it decreases RNG as a whole. The next thing I want to talk about here is the Deagle versus SMG debate in Fortnite and how that's been heavily changed by the recent Deagle nerf. So before update 7.40, I would say that for controller players with solid aim, the Deagle was simply the best weapon in the game. It offered so much versatility and it was good at so many things that I would always take it over any kind of SMG. However, after experimenting with both options for the past week or so after the Deagle nerf, I think SMGs are actually the better choice now. And that's why you've seen me using an SMG for almost the entirety of this gameplay. Still, I do stand by what I said a few videos ago. Even after the nerf, the Deagle is a pretty good weapon. But now that it can't really one-shot destroy anything other than freshly built wooden structures, it's simply way less versatile now. And I also think that the Deagle was somewhat negatively impacted by the shield per kill change as well. Because of shield per kill, players are way more likely to be at max or near max health. Plus, because you're now able to get shield without drinking actual shield items, players are also likely to have minis, bigs, or slurp juices in their inventory. This makes medium to long range chip damage significantly less valuable now. In the past, if you hit a 150 health player with a 52 damage Deagle body shot, you just took about 35% of his total health. And on top of that, there's a good chance he wouldn't have any shield in his inventory to replace what he just lost. But now, you're going to be mostly hitting 200 health enemies with at least some form of shield in their inventory. So if you hit that same 52 damage Deagle body shot on a 200 health player, you only took about a quarter of his total health. Plus, there's a decent chance he'll have something like a big shield in his inventory to recover the health that he just lost. SMGs simply are a better fit in the new shield per kill meta, mainly because whenever you use them, it's going to be in a super close range situation. Therefore, you should be able to continue to apply pressure on any enemy you weaken to prevent them from shielding up. And I think after the structure damage nerf to the Deagle, the SMG is also a more consistent close range structure destroyer as well. So after the update, I'm definitely taking the higher rarity SMGs over the Deagle. And with any lower rarity SMGs, it just comes down to how I'm feeling. Some games I'll take a white SMG over a Deagle, and other games I won't. It may sound weird, but some of you guys can probably understand what I'm saying. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you watched the entire thing, be sure to let me know with a comment down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the current state of Fortnite right now heading into Season 8? I personally believe that this is the best Fortnite has been in a while, but let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do whatever the heck you want. Just want to say one last time in this video, thank you guys so much for the support, and I will catch you guys next time.